So I've just started making my candle prep for Christmas. I've got some soy wax flakes in here, and what I'm going to be filling today are these two little tins. Well, they're quite big, and I think these were like little jam jars. So I washed those out and reused those, which are quite sweet for tea lights. And the scent I have today is peppermint, candy cane forest, which I've called it. These ones I made yesterday. I put 3 wicks in there because they are quite thin. These are actually Iceland souffle ramekins, which I washed out after I used, and I thought they'd make nice candle holders. So I've got the 3 wicks in there, and this one is actually scented warm gingerbread. So these two are warm gingerbread, but I didn't have much oil, so I've got a big oil for the peppermint. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a double boiler for my wax, and I'm adding boiling water into a pan. I'll just stuck my Pyrex jug in there, go up as far as I can and turn that on. It's going to take quite a while to melt all this wax, but I have made it in the microwave before, but wax actually has a flash point, and that's quite scary. So yeah, I've decided to use the double boiler method, plus I'm making a lot more wax, which would take ages in the microwave. Rule of thumb is to make something, for instance this one, you use twice as much wax as you would need, because when it melts down it goes quite small. So I've just started with basically a whole jug of the wax, and I'm going to start melting that in. So as you can see, it's starting to melt nicely. What I'm going to do is, once this has melted a bit more, I'm going to add some more wax flakes. You can see how much it reduces once it's heated. It's melting nicely. Okay, so it's nearly melted. When it's fully melted, it should go almost clear, kind of. Best not to rush it, just let it thoroughly melt, and then it needs to cool down a little bit before you add the oil. I'll just show you the oil I've got. I got this off eBay, Craftivata. They do lots and lots of different fragrances, but of course with Christmas coming up I wanted to do that. I've actually had this oil for a little while, as I got it before. Right, I've already pre-done these ones, but while you are waiting for your wax to melt, if you get a glue gun, these are pre-waxed wicks, and you just put a blob of the glue on the bottom, and then you need to fix it into place. These ones are my glue gun. I'm not actually sure where it's gone to, so I intend to pour a tiny bit of wax in the bottom of each one and then press it in and then add more wax. But these ones I already glued before. Okay, my wax is now completely melted, and you can see it's got a nice see-through translucent colour. We now need to take the Pyrex dish out and leave it to stand, because it needs to cool a bit before you can add the oil to it, and then once it's cooled, it's at that point that you can add colour. If you use, I think it's Crayola's okay, wax crayons, non-toxic, you can put a bit of colour into it, but I actually prefer just the white, so I'm just going to keep mine as white. Right, so I've left me wax in the sink just to cool down for 10 minutes or so, and I've poured a tiny bit of wax per little tea light and put the wicks in. You need to make sure that they're as straight as possible, so I've just got these olive sticks which I'm propping them up while they dry. So yeah, and I'm going to come back in 10 minutes when I've let the wax cool down a bit to add the oil to. I have absolutely no idea how I managed to do it, but I had just enough wax to fill all my containers, which is amazing because I didn't measure anything. So yeah, I've just used the sticks just to keep the wicks straight, and we're going to leave them for a few hours now, and the idea is just do not move them at all, just leave them somewhere that they can be left for a few hours, and we'll come back and see the nice white colour that they have turned. So there you go, there is my candle burning. I hope that this tutorial has been somewhat helpful if you've never made candles before. And yeah, sorry it was in portrait as well. I should really have done it in landscape, but I didn't intend to be filming it for YouTube, but just happened to end up that way. So there you go. Bye guys.